was an accident, Wendy. You can't let an accident destroy your life.
And what if it destroys someone else's life?
Oh, come on. Corey's still very much alive. Her injury was something you couldn't control.
But people won't see it that way, Gonzo. It's gonna be all over the hospital by now, and if it isn't, it will be. Wendy Fitzpatrick's crazy. She's a nut. She's a loony. And you better keep your children away from her.
That's not fair, Wendy. You're accusing them of sitting in judgment. That's exactly what you're doing to them. Think about that while I help you unpack.
You know Wally, the orderly? He was right there in the corridor when she told Gates the whole thing. Chick's a mental case. She spent 6 months in the home for the criminally insane.
And Amy told me she forced all the kids to parade around the park with paper bags on their heads. Now, would a normal person do a thing like that?
Hi, Doc.
It's doctor to you, kiddo. Come on, get out of my chair, will you? Come on.
Hey, Doc. Dr. McIntyre. What's a balloon angioplasty?
How do you know about that?
It says here it may just put you out of business doing bypasses.
Uh-huh.
Trapper, could I?
I got it. Scott, well, if you could tear yourself away from your book, would you go get me a newspaper,
It's
please?
all right, it's all right. I mean, since the room's free, it's the least I could do.
Talk about precocity.
Let's not. We have problems. There's a probation officer on his way to pick up Scott.
Get rid of him.
Those guys don't fool around. He's going to want to take him to the youth guidance center. Unless we find his parents.
Hello? Uh-huh. Okay, I'll be right there. Lori Brenner, she's in trouble.
How bad?
Well, she's comatose, her blood pressure's going up, pulse is down, breathing's irregular. I've called Trapper.
The right pupil's dilated. Must be an epidural. Here, let me do that. Notify Smith. Tell Trapper to hurry up. We're gonna have to get her to surgery stat.
All right.
It's okay, Marty. Went well. Corey's doing fine.
Thank God. But is she going to be okay? Really okay?
We won't know until she starts to wake up. There was a very large blood clot pressing on the brain.
Well, will there be any, damage, anything permanent?
I'm sorry, Marty. There just isn't any way of knowing.
When can I see her?
A couple hours. Nurse will let you know, okay?
Thanks. Thank you very much.
You okay, Marty?
Yeah, it's just a little shook up. Now, you don't know what it's like waiting around in here.
Here, try this.
I did. It's terrible.
Mr. Brenner? Mr. Brenner, I heard about Corey. How did it go? Will she be all right?
We still don't know.
We won't know anything for a while, but it looks like she's going to be fine.
Well, when she wakes up, will you just tell her I love her?
You tell her.
I won't be here.
I thought I talked you into staying.
You did, but the parents have some other ideas. I found this on the bulletin board.
Noon today, that doesn't give us much time.
For what?
I'm not sure, but I think we ought to attend the meeting.
Gonzo, they don't want you, and they certainly don't want me. Once and for all, I'm gonna get my stuff out of the day center, and I'm gonna leave.
Oh, come on, Wendy.
No. Nothing you can say is gonna change my mind.
Didn't he ever feed you?
Who, Dennis? Yeah, he fed me. Gruel. Ice cold gruel.
Sounds very tasty.
Yeah, if my name were Oliver Twist.
You know, David Copperfield was always my favorite.
Chapter 1, I am born.
Chapter 2, Scott comes clean. Or else, it's the workhouse for you, my lad.
Youth Guidance Center?
Yeah. A whole army of social workers just waiting out there. I can't hold them off much longer. The heat is on, kid. Talk.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, the man's name is Dennis Rizzo. Yeah, that's right, Rizzo. R-I-Z-Z-O. He's one of your drivers.
You'll never find him.
No, I don't know where he is. I thought you might know where he is. He's driving one of your trucks.
There's no point in it. He won't come back anyway.
Yeah, well, wherever he is, you can reach him by radio, right?
He never listens to the radio, Trapper.
Yeah, well, look, tell him it's an emergency. Concerning his son. Yeah, his son. It's very urgent that we get in touch with him.
It's not that urgent.
Yeah, well, find out where he is and try to reach him, will you? Look, I'll give you a number where he can call me.
What about
Folks, please, can we keep it down? We're not going to accomplish anything like this.
I suggest we take legal action against the hospital for exposing our kids to a mentally unstable teacher. I understand she deliberately forced our children to walk around with bags on their heads. They could have smothered to death.
Now, the clown makeup wasn't such a great idea either. It could have caused all kinds of skin rashes.
Well, she asked Adam to imitate a Christmas tree, and when she didn't like the way he did it, she practically attacked him. Now, I just never realized Wendy was this far gone.
What are you doing here, Doctor? You weren't invited. This is the man who recommended Wendy Fitzpatrick for the job.
I came here to apologize. I have made a horrible mistake, and I'm very sorry.
Well, it's a little late for that, isn't it?
Look, I agree with what you people are doing here. I think it's very important that you don't hire any more nuts or loonies to take care of your kids.
What we plan to do, Doctor, is run the care center ourselves. We'll each put in a few hours to supervise our own children.
And that way we can be sure there will be normal people working there.
Right. Well, almost normal, yeah.
What kind of crack is that? You don't see any loonies running around here, do you?
Well, that depends on where you look. Weren't you an intern on the surgical service last month?
That's right.
As I recall, didn't you wear one green sock and one white sock every time you operated?
Right.
Would you call that normal?
That was for luck.
Superstitious, right. Emperor Nero was known to be superstitious. Jack the Ripper, too. Did you know that? Sharon? You still afraid of elevators?
Oh, come on. That's just claustrophobia.
All the same, I think you better check it out with the psychiatric division, you know? Hank. You still hiding candy bars in the third floor washroom? It's a form of addiction, you know. And addicts aren't exactly stable personalities, now are they? Harriet, you still carry that seat cushion with you everywhere you work?
Those desk chairs can be awfully hard.
Right, I know. But when a grown woman becomes that attached to one cushion, it could be considered a phobia, or a fetish, even. Might even have psychosexual implications.
Okay, Dr. Gates, we get the message.
Message? What message? I just want you to make sure and pick the right person for the job. And from what I see here, that's not going to be easy. I mean, you think that Wendy Fitzpatrick's a nut. But I don't see her walking around the hospital in different colored socks or avoiding elevators or carrying one seat cushion with her everywhere that she goes. I'd say she's as sane or saner than any of us.
She did spend some time in a nut house, didn't she?
Yes. She committed herself because she had an emotional problem. Her child was killed in a bicycle accident. Now, I think any parent could understand that.
4 flat tires. Was that your handiwork, Doctor?
Well, somebody had to do it, otherwise you might have gotten away.